Good morning. Thank you all for joining us. This is kind of touch and go with the weather, but Mother Nature cooperated and we don't have the rain that had originally been predicted for today. Good morning. Let me start by thanking We're ready to start. Thank you. Let me start by thanking Assemblyman Phil Ramos, who secured. So John Cochran led the applause there because he knew for so many years we struggled to put the funding together for the skate park. You know, we had $250,000, tucked away in the budget for a skate park, and we were trying to build upon it. And Assemblyman Ramos secured $700,000 in New York State grant funding to help make this all a reality. With the balance funded by the town of Islip, the total cost of the project actually came in approximately $1.25 million. And, you say it so easily. He secured the funding, like it's so easy. There is such a tremendous process. And certainly the fact that he is such a tremendous advocate for us here at the town of Islip helped move it along. But it really, really is a bit of a cumbersome process when you go through the grant process. Would you agree? Yes. Our partnership with the Assemblyman and his ongoing support throughout the process has been instrumental in allowing us to better the Brentwood community and truly represents the strength of local government, particularly when we step across the political divide and get to work for the best interests of the residents of our communities who expect and quite frankly deserve nothing less. Again, thank you, Assemblyman. I'd like to also thank the members of the town board, some before who supported the funding and some who are here now, but nevertheless, Councilman John Cochran, Councilman Jorge Guadron, Councilman John Lorenzo, and also Councilman Jim O'Connor, who's represented here today by Krupa Loricella, as well as our Commissioner of Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, and DPW, Tom Owens. And I'd also, he and his team have been absolutely tireless. I see John there, who helped enormously and does across the town with road issues and drainage issues and the parks and everything else. So John, thank you. Mike, the contractor who's here, who helped deliver this beautiful, beautiful asset that we see before us today. And I also want to give a shout out to someone else on the parks team, Deirdre Wahlberg, who unfortunately could not be here today. She was very sad to have to miss it today. But all of this came together with all of their collective efforts. So welcome all to the Roberto Clemente Skateboard Park.
Yeah.
When I took office in 2015, we made it one of our foremost priorities to rehabilitate and rededicate this park to the community and dispel the stigma and distrust left by past transgressions made before my tenure here. And we've had many, many community partners, and none the least of which is our school superintendent, Rich Lochner. Where are you, Rich? A little wave there. And also members of the school board. And with us today representing the school board is Hassan Ahmad, who's been a really good friend to the town and really navigated some of the bumps along the road with the community. So I thank you, Hassan, for that. With every pound of rebar laid and each square inch of concrete poured, we have worked to rebuild that trust. And as we stand amidst this now beautiful park, we can all agree we have given the community a recreation destination of which they can truly be proud. Look around. Roberto Clemente Park now features a completely renovated, pristine Olympic-sized swimming pool. And as we stand here freezing today, have faith. In a couple of months, we're going to be sweltering and so happy to jump in that pool. Along with new poolside amenities, sunshades, picnic tables, chairs, and the addition of a separate enclosed state-of-the-art spray park and playground. And again, Assemblyman Ramos was very instrumental helping with the funding for the spray park, new sidewalks, and a completely repaved parking lot. Today, we finally unveil our plaza-style skateboard park, which, as you can see, includes rails, ramps, steps, and quarter pipes designed by Nelson and Pope and Site Design Group from California, who, by the way, is the same firm responsible for the legendary Tony Hawk's own backyard skateboard area. So, you know, I'm thinking we're going to reach out to Tony Hawk and see if he wants to come try our skateboard park out. And you know, maybe we can do a letter writing campaign and get him out here. Also added was a picnic area on the north side with stamped concrete and picnic tables, so a little respite area. This has been a long time coming, 7 years to be exact, and I think that this momentous opening is somewhat symbolic to the park's history as a whole. Our skateboard plaza will not only provide a safe and dedicated space for skaters to enjoy, but we're confident it will open the door and create opportunities for lasting memories where the sharing of culture, attitude, skill, and technique will build a new history and tie a new legacy to this great, great park. As the saying goes, if you build it, they will come. We have laid the concrete here, but now we invite the spirit of this wonderful community to come lay the foundations for what will be the next chapter of this beautiful park and what it will look like. And what better place than in Brentwood, where the community's strength, resolve, and pure heart, and it was demonstrated last weekend at the St. Patty's Day Parade when you guys came down Brentwood Road, that sense of community spirit. This will all underscore a legacy of which we can all be proud. So now I'd like to turn the podium over to our benefactor, our friend, Assemblyman Phil Ramos. Phil?
Thank you. Thank you. To all the young people here, your dream finally happened. Big applause. This has been an ongoing work of art and a labor of love between the town and our office and the people in the community. 7 years ago, our supervisor and I, when she was elected, we shook hands. And we are both people who are old school. And when you shake somebody's hand, it should mean something. And that handshake was followed by a conversation about finding us a way to work together, to put the dark past in the past and come out of it. And not just stay and constantly with political grenades thrown at each other, but to roll up our sleeves. And what you see here is a Democrat and a Republican joining hands, joining forces, and joining resources to make something happen. In this climate of what we see in this country, the way we're polarized, the way we judge each other because of what party we belong to, the sniping, nothing gets done because everybody has to be mortal enemies. We've decided to put that aside because there's no Democratic or Republican way to build a skate park. This has nothing to do with ideology. And this is an example of what happens when we decide to get something done and work together and put politics aside. We were all sworn to work for our community and to do the best that we can do to provide resources. The $700,000 I was able to get for this park was state funds, and it was after a long process of trying to figure out how to get this done, because the cost, as our supervisor mentioned, was over $1 million. And I know that originally I had given $250,000, but we were still falling short. And recently there were talks with the AG's office, and we were trying to find a way, and that wasn't working out. So I came through with the extra money, and we were able to put together $700,000 together with resources from the town, and we made it happen. Now, I know that the AG's office is working on other projects. This project is between the state and the town, and it comes from the dreams of our community, of young people who engaged us, who came and spoke to us, and those were the ideas. And then we as elected officials rolled up our sleeves and figured out a way to make it happen. Now, this here is a monument to the perseverance and of our community. When you think about what happened in this park and the dark history that happened here, and you think about some of the violence that happened in this community, some of the issues with the contamination of the park, out of that rose a park that what we promised years ago was going to be bigger and better. And today we have a park with a skate park here. We have the water spray park that we funded as well. We have the pool. At one time, that pool was going to be closed. Now it's state of the art. And we're back with that promise has been completed. Clemente Park is back bigger and better. May God bless you all. Thank you, Madam Supervisor. Thank you to your whole team. God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you, Assemblyman Ramos. We are so very grateful for your continued support in the state, in the legislature. We couldn't have done this without you. And we are also so proud. Now, here's a Brentwood boy, okay? He stands here, a member of this community, but let's not forget, he is the Deputy Speaker of the New York State Assembly. How incredible is that? And I've seen a lot of politicians over the years. I've seen a lot of elected officials come and go. And this gentleman purely represents his community. He's got the heart and is in it for the right reasons. So we thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
And on behalf of the entire town team, we're also so excited to see what all the talented skaters in this town can bring to the park, as long as they're wearing their safety gear and following the rules. Let's remember that. And we're so excited to share this new recreation asset with the entire Islip community. So now, without further ado, let us cut the ribbon and officially dedicate the Roberto Clemente Skateboard Park is open to all. But you have to follow the rules.
On three, cut it. 1, 2, 3. Yay!